Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, replay viewers. Hey, everyone. Happy Saturday. What are you guys up to today? I am procrastinating from doing some homework, just to be honest. So I posted the other day, for those that don't know who I am, because I know I have a lot of new people in the group, I am Cheryl Ravenel, the founder and visionary behind the Wives Who Win Learning Center and behind the Wives Who Win movement. I am your life and transformation coach, your master wife coach, and I am here to answer a question Gloria actually asked. I posted the other day to ask me anything, and she asked me several questions, and I really wanted others to have an opportunity to respond, so you can still respond. The post is still there. As a matter of fact, I may make it an announcement post so that it will be one of the first ones that you see, because I really want other people to give an opportunity, or have the opportunity rather, to ask questions, and I can respond via video. So the question she asked, and I'm not going to be long, you guys, maybe 20 minutes. The question she asks is, how do you write a vision for your marriage? I thought that was very important. A great question, by the way, Gloria. And this is so important when it comes to marriages. It's so important when it comes to your own life. And I'm really glad that she asked that question. So first thing first, what I want to say about that, I have my notes here. And when you're talking about writing a vision, let's go to Habakkuk 2:2-3, very familiar passage of scripture. And the scripture says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables or tablets, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely come. It will not tarry. And vision, by way of definition, is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. I'm gonna say that again. The ability to think about a plan, think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So that's what a vision is. It's the ability to see, eyesight, something that you can imagine, a picture that you can see in mind, something that you may even dream of. So something that is may not be present right now, but something you see in the future. Is foresight. It can be a supernatural experience, if you would, a spiritual experience. So that's what vision is. When we talk about vision, it's something that may not be present right now, but something that you can see in the near future, something that is close to you, something that you're reaching towards, something you're desiring to do. So that is vision. So the first step in writing a vision for your marriage is, guess what? You itself. The first thing that we have to do is to do the work in ourselves. And what do you mean by that, Terrell? Well, we have to work on improving our character and learning important things like patience, communication, kindness, fighting fear, and things of that nature. Because here's the thing, you cannot give to your marriage something that you don't have. I'm going to say that again. You cannot give to your marriage something that you do not already possess. So if a part of your vision for your marriage per se is to be, to communicate better, to be more kind, to show up more loving, or to establish core values, or to implement core values, if you don't already possess those things on the inside, you won't be in a position to then give those things to your spouse. Hold on, you guys, my headphones all wrapped around. Give me a second. So that's the first things first. First thing first, work on you. Make sure that you are well in those areas, so that when you begin to work on the vision with your spouse, you'll be in a better position. Okay. So after you've done that, you've come to a place of healing, wholeness, and you're at a great place. You've done the self-work. You've done self-reflection, self-exploration. You've identified areas in your life that you want to work on. or things in your life that you want to work on, that you need to work on, if you've been able to identify things that have impeded on the marriage ability to thrive and to be successful, then you can get to the place of identifying and creating a vision for you first. So we're still on you. We haven't even talked about your husband yet. Because here's the thing, before you got married, it was God's intent for you to have an understanding of what he had called you to do. He already placed on the inside of you gifts and talents and things that he wanted you to do prior to marriage. When you get married, your spouse enhances and they can contribute to what God has already placed on the inside of you. But before you got married, that's something that you should have already worked out. So if you're in a place where you have not identified and created a vision for yourself, for your future, then you need to do that first. So what would that look like for you? What has God called you to do? What is your assignment in the earth? Or what is your desire? What is your desire? What do you want to see happen in the world? And how do you want our desire for God to use you in that space? What is that for you? Before me and my husband got married, I know part of my vision was to help women to transform their lives. As I went on and evolved, that vision then transitioned into helping wives and women to transform their lives and to transform their marriage. So my vision was already into play. I had already identified what God had called me to do, and it has only expanded since I've been married. So I ask you the question, what is your vision? What is your vision? Okay. So once you've done the self-work, once you've identified and created a vision for yourself, then you can begin talking with your spouse and you can come out together with what is the purpose for our marriage? What is the purpose for your marriage? Why did you get married? And you can answer that question or not. Think about that. Think about the mission statement for your marriage. What does that look like for you and your husband? And if that's something you have not talked about, this is a good time to talk about that. My husband and I's mission statement is to be more like Christ so that we can share the love of Christ toward each other to such a degree that it spills over to others, impacting the lives of couples and individuals globally, to teach our children economic independence so that we can be change agents in the earth. So your vision could be a part of your mission statement. Your vision is big picture. It is global. Whereas a mission statement normally breaks down the intricate parts of what the marriage relationship is going to look like, or what you desire to do or to become or to manifest in that marriage relationship. So that's what you want to do. And creating a vision for your marriage or a vision statement, it helps you to keep that focus on the central goals of your marriage. And you can start that by writing positive, affirming words that describe the ideal marriage. And I'll give you an opportunity to do that if that's what you desire to do on this live tonight. But I'm not going to, this morning, whatever time it is, I'm not going to be on long because I do not want these responses to be more than 15 to 20 minutes. So, but I will give you an opportunity to share if that's what you desire to do here today. And you can always schedule a one-on-one call with me as well, and I can walk you through these steps. So your vision statement is normally like a one-liner. And for you, it may be to have a peaceful home, to have a peaceful marriage, have peaceful children, to have a peaceful marriage and to have financial abundance. So those are just some of the things that you can think about. And as you write that vision statement, then the mission statement would be intricate parts of how you're going to establish that. Then you want to create goals on how to do that. Okay. So I didn't give you another step, so I hope I'm not going over your head right now. So the first thing we're doing when we're talking about writing a vision, our vision statement, or writing a vision, or creating a vision for our marriage is working on self. That's number one. Number two is identifying and creating your vision as an individual. Number three is writing the purpose of your marriage. So in that writing the purpose, you're identifying that vision statement. So that goes in that category. That's like a sub. You're writing the vision. What is the vision? Overall picture, big picture for our marriage. Okay. Number four, what are some of your marriage goals and what do you hope to accomplish as a couple? All of this will help you to write the vision statement, the vision, or even a vision board for your marriage. So I'm going to ask that question again. What are some of your marriage goals? And basically, what do you hope to accomplish as a couple? All this will help you to write that vision for the marriage. What is the purpose of the collaboration as husband and wife? Because marriage is a collaboration, more so. In some words or aspects, you collaborate, you communicate, you come together for a common goal. There is a purpose for it. It's just not to have children. It's just not to be in the same house with each other. It's just not for sex. There's so many goals and benefits to marriage. And these are some of the things that you have to start thinking about when you think about your marriage. I want to post something up. So I can share with you guys. I hope I can find it here. Just give me a second. Okay. Part of your vision may talk about the romance in their relationship. I did a vision board, if you would, like 2016. I think it was 15, 16. I don't know when it was. A while back. And part of what's on that is our marriage ministry. So this could be a part of your vision. It can be date nights, weekly, bi-weekly. It can be your parent, how do you want to show up as parents? What do you want your love life to look like? What do you want your prayer life to look like as a couple? What do you want, your vacations and getaways to look like? How do you plan to have pleasure and have fun in that marriage relationship? And then your businesses or ministry, if that's something that God has called you to do and to do together. So start thinking about that. I'm going to post this in the group. I just think it's so cute. And this is so old, and we totally, I have to totally do a new one because I did this myself. And everything that's on here is coming to pass, you guys. Everything on here is coming to pass on this vision board. So this can definitely help you to write your vision statement. I think I may do a virtual. I just feel like doing a virtual vision board for marriage party, vision board party. And what I said here, as a wife, your role is very essential in your marriage in creating an environment of love, joy, peace, and unlimited happiness. One way you can do this is by having a vision board for your marriage. I'm going to say creating or contributing, because we have our own internal happiness, right? And below is a sample vision board you can use as a template in creating one for your marriage. This will serve as a reminder of your purpose, passion, and pursuit in creating a stronger, healthy, and happier marriage. And that can be part of your vision. Our vision is to create a stronger, healthy, happier marriage and to be, a happy family and create a life of abundance as one. So again, the vision statement is just one line, one sentence. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our notes here. Let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if this is helpful for you. Okay, so then you're going to ask yourself, how will you accomplish this? So once you identify what the vision is, let me make sure I don't go over my time. I got about 6 more minutes. Once you identify what the vision is, then you want to identify how will you accomplish this vision. As a couple, how will we do this? That's number 5. Number 6 is, what are you going to do daily or weekly to help each other get closer to the goal? Because in talking about your vision as a couple, you're still intertwining your individual vision within that. And you're going to talk about how we're going to, what are we going to do daily or weekly to make sure that this comes to pass, to make sure that we're showing up in this way, to make sure that we always have our vision at top of mind, that we are reminded of what we say we would do, who we say we would be for ourselves, for our children, for our community. So how are we going to keep each other accountable, if you would? And how we're going to create or establish boundaries around that accountability to make sure that this vision comes to pass. Right? So how are we going to keep each other accountable, and how are we going to create boundaries around our accountability to make sure that this vision comes to pass? That's all number 6. Number 7 is your children, your legacy. What do you want your children to learn or gain, and what is your commitment to them? Think about your legacy. Think about your legacy. What would that look like for your children? What would that look like, right? That's important. Building a sense of purpose. Building a sense of purpose around the legacy of your children, your children's children, or, you may have nieces and nephews. So what is that sense of purpose, and what is that mission and legacy? What would that look like for your children, or those that you are leaving behind, per se? So that's what I would tell you. When the number 8, I just said, put it into practice. That's what I would tell you as it relates to writing the vision for your marriage. So do comment below and let me know if this has been helpful. If you guys have any other questions that you want to ask me, definitely just put them on the page here. I put that post as an announcement so it can be at the top of the page and just right under there. And I will be committed to doing videos periodically just to come through and to share with you my perspective as it relates to the question, and from my experience and educational background and things of that nature, so that you guys can put these things into practice, and so that you can be a wife who wins. So I thank you for watching the Wives Who Win Learning Center segment on today. Ask the question and I'll give you the answer. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.